Hello, welcome back to another Shoutcast match brought to you by Regoska. This match was provided to me by Dukboy at the StarCast forums. It's www.thestarcast.com. It's an amazing community. He's going to be spawning as the blue Protoss down here in the bottom right position. And we have Demonllama spawning as the red Terran in the bottom left position. If you like my games, like my channel, please subscribe down below. All the subscribers are amazing. You guys are doing wonderful. Thanks for the great comments and feedback about how I can improve my casting. Look forward to getting some more subscribers and doing more casts for you guys. Also stay tuned. I'm planning on launching a 1v1 tournament coming towards the end of April. It's going to be a kind of like just a general just a StarCraft 2 tournament. I haven't quite ironed out all the details as far as the map selection or anything like that, but I will be putting up some sponsorship money for the tournament for the players. So stay tuned to that. I'll have more information about that on my channel. Right now we do see here Demonllama is throwing up just his supply depot as Dukboy's getting some good scouting information. Now, if you remember from earlier, Dukboy was featured on my channel earlier in our coaching session, so let's see if his gameplay has improved any. I am noticing, though, that his pylon is finished still, and it is not throwing up that gateway right away, so definitely want to work on that just a little bit more, Dukboy, making sure that you've got a probe right next to that pylon, right when you got 150 minerals, and right when that pylon's finished to get that gateway up as soon as possible. It's definitely going to increase your play because you're going to get a lot more units out a lot faster. However, if we look down here in the bottom, we do see Demonllama is throwing up a barracks in Dukboy's secret hidden expansion. Now, Demonllama, I like your style. That's awesome. Throwing up a proxy barracks is just pro. Now, however, if we do look at Dukboy's vision, he scouted your base a little early, so he noticed that you have a supply depot, but he didn't really see you put up a barracks. Dukboy, what you can do to counteract this is keep your probe in his base, moving around until that marine is about halfway done. And the easiest way to tell that is the marine takes about 25 seconds to finish. So if you notice that barracks is up for like 12-15 seconds, then start to move your probe out, or your probe out, because he has nothing that can kill you, and you can get all kinds of scouting information. You'll know exactly how many units he's building and any kind of cheese that's coming your way. By looking at this, you know that since there's no barracks in his base, he's doing something funny. Now if we switch over to the everyone cam, he's got a couple marines out and building a second proxy barracks. But if we look at his base and engineering bay, that to me spells I'm cheesing you. Not even throwing up his orbital command. He is so confident that his cheese is going to win, he doesn't need those mules for economy. While you're throwing up your warp gate. Nicely done. And it looks like you also do have a stalker coming out as well and getting that gateway up. Still working on producing those probes. Great job. Chrono boost a little high, but you know, you're still working on it. We do have a missile turret going up for our Terran player, so he's expecting DTs, maybe some void rays, which when you're doing a proxy like that, not quite necessarily sure why you need a missile turret. But you've got 300 and 400 minerals. You could probably put another 2 barracks down. Might increase your cheese, might not. Best thing for you is you can lift off these buildings and fly them away if you need to. So if your cheese gets scouted early, fly away. I, however, do not promote cheesing on my channel. I think it's kind of a low blow to play, but every player needs to have a cheese build in their arsenal that they can just whip out, do some massive damage. It's great for tournaments to have one cheese build that you know how to pull off really well, just so you can throw your opponent off guard if they kind of check out your play styles and skills. Dukboy, you're getting close on supply. You might want to throw up a pylon pretty soon. I know you can't hear me, but I'm pretty sure you're going to watch this game later, so just some things to think about. And I see you are pulling off that 4-gate strategy that I was talking about earlier. Really great to see that. It shows me that you're definitely trying to work on your play. But you did just supply block yourself, and now you're building that pylon, and a second pylon. Meanwhile, our Terran player is just letting you build up as many units as possible. You can literally, if you're trying to do this, just run in with your first like 3 marines, and go right to work on these probes, and just keep rallying Marines into the base. Eventually you're going to overtake your opponent because you'll be able to produce a lot faster than he will as you start working off his probes, because he's not going to expect those red dots rolling up the ramp. Right now you've got 10 Marines just chilling, waiting idle. Also morphing your main base into a planetary fortress. Now this is great for defense. It'll keep yourself from being attacked. But you're in the Bronze League, and what I've noticed in the Bronze League, players aren't usually that aggressive. We do see Dukboy here warping in some stalkers. Looks like we do have one stalker that wasn't able to be produced because we're lacking on the pylon department. So it's great that you're putting up that second pylon. Would be nice to see you kind of scouting around in this area. Always pay attention when you see those workers moving into your base, just so that way you know when, if you see a worker come in but you don't see him leave, it's a good indication that you're being cheesed. We do see your force here. Great job moving those zealots to the front. Definitely want to make sure that the zealots always stay in the front, as they do move slower than the stalkers, so that way they can get in and do as much damage as possible. Meanwhile, you do have your army in his base. Notice that he's just got some funny business going on. If you move into his base, you don't see any units, and you don't see any kind of buildings, I would immediately go back home, because you're getting marined. Poorly, actually, as the Marines are just sitting here not doing anything at all. We've got 18 Marines just sitting outside your base. Oh, there they go. Now they're target firing down some probes. Going to work on a lot of those probes. Oh, look at those probes getting trashed. So many probes. We do have some SCVs being pulled off the line. It looks like those are the only remaining SCVs to survive. Meanwhile, we do have your stalkers here doing as much damage to that planetary fortress as possible. See if they get that taken down. We do have 3 SCVs here moving out to the side to see what kind of damage that they can do. Meanwhile, we got Marines in the Protoss base taking out his Nexus. But again, they're just chilling. They're not doing anything at all. SCVs are here at this next natural. Looks like they might be getting ready to put up some kind of new base, perhaps. But we do have 4 stalkers here versus 18 Marines. Meanwhile, the Marines are taking out the base, so it looks like we definitely have a base trade scenario going on here. We do have a stalker and a sentry going up. Force field, probably not the best spell to use in that situation. Guardian Shield would have allowed your units to last just a hair longer, as it does reduce all incoming damage, range damage by 2. So you would have been able to survive just a little bit longer. Dukboy, it's not looking too good. You've only got the 4 buildings left, and meanwhile you still have to take out 4 buildings. And his buildings have a little bit more health. But luckily you got this assimilator back here, so maybe you'll be able to pull it out. But he does have these SCVs, but it looks like he was too busy building units. If he would have put a supply depot right here, probably would have won in this game. Looks like we have just the engineering bay and the reactor left. Oh, doesn't see the assimilator. Oh, this was such a close game. Meanwhile, you have a stalker here guarding your Xel'Naga watchtower. Probably going to use that to come in and do the damage. Alright, here comes the next force of Marines. It looks like it's going to be Marines on assimilator versus stalkers on refinery. Oh, this is going to be so close. Oh, Dukboy pulls off the win. Oh no, he's got the barracks left alive. Oh, I forgot about those. Oh, looks like Dukboy, you lost. No. I was rooting for you, dude. Oh, man. Oh, well. Well, this just goes to show what happens when you get cheesed. You get attacked. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you can pull it off. This has been another Shoutcast match brought to you by Ratgoska. If you enjoy my channel, please subscribe to the link down below. Send any replays you wish to have casted to ratgoska, SC2 at hotmail.com, and I'll check you guys later.